What transforms a man into a legend? Today, we delve into the life of Sonny Barger, the formidable leader of the Hells Angels, whose journey from a troubled youth to the helm of the most notorious biker gang in history is both captivating and controversial. Ralph Hubert Barger Jr., known to the world as Sonny Barger, was born in 1938 in Modesto, California. His early years were far from typical, marked by the challenges of growing up in post-war Oakland. This was a time and place where industries were failing and jobs were scarce, creating a tough environment for a young boy. Sonny's childhood was shaped by these harsh realities, which played a significant role in molding his resilient and rebellious character. From a young age, Sonny showed a strong-willed and defiant nature. He wasn't one to follow the conventional path laid out before him. This rebellious streak led him to make the bold decision to leave school early. He wasn't interested in the traditional route of education. Instead, he was drawn to a life of adventure and unpredictability. Seeking excitement and a sense of belonging, Sonny made a daring move at just 16 years old. He enlisted in the United States Army. However, this chapter of his life was short-lived. His military career came to an abrupt end when it was discovered that he had used a fake birth certificate to enlist. This incident, though a setback, only added to the aura of rebellion and toughness that would become synonymous with Sonny Barger. In the late 1950s, a significant chapter began in the life of Sonny Barger, marking his transformation into a biker legend. He joined the Hells Angels Motorcycle Club, a group that had started in 1948 in Fontana, California. This club wasn't just any biker group. It was known for its fierce independence and a strong sense of brotherhood among its members. Sonny's natural charisma, his ability to lead, and his exceptional skills as a motorcycle rider quickly made him stand out in the club. These qualities caught the attention of his fellow members, and before long, he was leading the Oakland chapter of the Hells Angels. Under his guidance, this chapter became one of the most prominent and influential in the club. The Hells Angels, with Sonny at the helm, became famous or infamous, depending on one's perspective, for their rebellious and often lawless behavior. They were involved in several high-profile events that captured public attention. One such event was the Hollister Riot, a motorcycle rally that turned chaotic, reinforcing the club's outlaw image. Another was the Altamont Free Concert, where the Hells Angels were hired for security, leading to a series of violent incidents that made national headlines. These events under Sonny's leadership helped shape the public's perception of the Hells Angels as a group that lived outside the norms of society, embracing a lifestyle that was both admired and feared. Sonny Barger's role in these events solidified his status as a key figure in the biker world and a symbol of the ultimate rebel biker. Sonny Barger's life was marked by a series of dramatic and often violent events that kept him in the public eye and frequently in legal trouble. His journey was not just about leading the Hells Angels. It was also filled with constant confrontations and challenges. Barger frequently found himself on the wrong side of the law, leading to numerous high-profile arrests. These weren't minor infractions. They often involved serious charges that brought him into intense courtroom battles. His legal troubles were a significant part of his life story, showcasing the constant tension between his lifestyle and the law. His confrontations weren't limited to law enforcement. Barger and the Hells Angels often clashed with rival gangs. These confrontations were more than just verbal disputes. They were often violent encounters that further cemented the Hells Angels' reputation as a fearsome group. These rivalries were not just about territory or disputes. They were about the very identity and survival of the Hells Angels in the biker world. The 1970s brought about a pivotal change in Sonny Barger's life, marking both a low and a high point in his journey. This decade began with a significant setback for Barger, as he found himself entangled in legal troubles due to narcotics charges. This situation was serious enough that he had to make the difficult decision to step down temporarily from his position as the leader of the Hells Angels. However, This setback didn't dampen his spirit or diminish his influence. Instead, it seemed to fuel his determination. After a brief period away from the helm, Barger returned to lead the Hells Angels with even greater resolve. His time away from leadership did not weaken his position. Rather, it seemed to strengthen his resolve and commitment to the club. Despite facing legal battles and even serving time in prison, Barger's influence within the Hells Angels not only remained intact, but grew stronger. His ability to lead and inspire loyalty among the club members was undiminished by his personal challenges. Remarkably, Barger's leadership extended even from behind bars. While serving his prison sentence, he continued to guide and influence the Hells Angels, demonstrating his unwavering commitment to the club. It was during this time that the Hells Angels began to expand their presence beyond the borders of California, a move largely attributed to Barger's vision and leadership. Barger played an instrumental role in establishing new chapters of the Hells Angels across the United States. This expansion was not a random spread, but a strategic move to enhance the club's national prominence. Under his guidance, the Hells Angels set up new chapters in various states, each becoming a part of the larger network of the club. This growth marked a significant evolution of the Hells Angels from a regional group to a national entity with a widespread influence. The establishment of these new chapters under Barger's direction was a testament to his leadership skills and his ability to inspire and mobilize members, even while he was not physically present with them. His influence reached far beyond the walls of his prison cell, ensuring that the Hells Angels' legacy continued to grow and thrive across the country. In 2022, the legendary Sonny Barger, a name synonymous with the Hells Angels and the broader biker culture, passed away after a valiant fight against cancer. His death signified the end of an era, not just for the Hells Angels, but for the entire biker world. Barger was more than just a club leader. He was an icon, a symbol of a lifestyle that many admired and some feared. Barger's legacy is complex and multifaceted. On one hand, he is revered as a pivotal figure in the biker community, known for his unwavering dedication to the Hells Angels and his charismatic leadership. He embodied the spirit of rebellion and freedom that many associate with biker culture. His influence extended beyond the Hells Angels, impacting the broader perception of bikers around the world. On the other hand, his legacy is also marked by controversy. His life was filled with legal battles, confrontations, and a lifestyle that often skirted the edges of the law. These aspects of his life story have led to a divided perception of his legacy, with some viewing him as a figure of admiration and others as a symbol of lawlessness. Despite these contrasting views, what remains undeniable is that Sonny Barger lived life on his own terms. He faced challenges head-on, never shying away from standing up for what he believed in, even if it meant going against the grain. His passing leaves behind a legacy that will continue to be discussed, debated, and remembered in the years to come. Barger's life story is not just a tale of a biker gang leader. It's a narrative about resilience, rebellion, and the pursuit of a life defined by one's own rules. His impact on the Hells Angels and biker culture is indelible, leaving a legacy that continues to fascinate and intrigue. What do you think was the key to Sonny Barger's enduring influence in the Hells Angels and the wider biker culture? Share your thoughts in the comments below.